Yo, what up? It's Teddy, Caravan Crypto, and today we're going to look at how to pick a coin to invest in. We are going to look at assessing a buy and hold strategy and how to find coins that look good. What are the signs to look for? Bitcoin is the original. Every other coin that is not Bitcoin is called an altcoin. Altcoins typically have someone who invented the coin. That person is a known person. That person typically has control over the blockchain, and almost every single time a coin is invented or a blockchain is started, it is centralized. Even with Ethereum, like there's much debate over whether or not Ethereum is centralized due to the DAO hack, which I explained in a previous video. But long story short, people are split as to whether Ethereum is decentralized. Bitcoin is the only coin where we don't know who started it. And it's not because he's not famous. Bitcoin is in fact decentralized, and there are a whole host of reasons why Bitcoin is the go-to coin for a lot of people. In essence, how we value Bitcoin determines a lot of the ways we measure other coins for investment. Another thing is there is only one figure in the Bitcoin community who could sway the masses, right? And that's Andreas Antonopoulos. Andreas is considered so magnanimous that his evangelizing of cryptocurrencies, the blockchain and new internet, that Roger Ver, the creator of Bitcoin Cash, insulted him on Twitter one time, and Andreas Antonopoulos did not respond, but the Bitcoin community responded by sending Andreas over $1 million worth of Bitcoin in less than 24 hours just to show their support. So yeah, if anybody could sway the Bitcoin community into a vote, it would be this guy. But not because he's the owner or the creator or a lead dev or the biggest investor in it, but because he holds the community's interest in a very high regard. Because Andreas is not the biggest investor in Bitcoin, not at all. And I am a fan as well. I've learned a lot from Andreas, and in my video about what YouTube channels you should watch, his channel is a part of that for sure. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, before we get started here, I'm going to list some house rules, okay? I am not a financial advisor. I am a random person on YouTube. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos, and I hope you do your due diligence into what I'm saying to be able to make the best decisions for your financial prospects. But just remember, I am a random guy on YouTube. Now, first off, let's look at the top 10 coins. These are your safer bets, if you will. Okay, these top 10 coins have the largest market cap. They are also, they possess the most liquidity, and liquidity is when like if the value of the coin goes up and you want to sell it, is there enough action on an exchange for you to sell? So like let's say your Bitcoin investment ballooned to $50,000. You want to make sure that there's $50,000 being traded on an exchange on a regular basis to make sure that you could sell. And if you were selling at $50,000, other people are probably going to be selling, so you probably need multiple times your investment, like the amount of the money being traded within 24 hours, this 24 hour volume indicator here, that should be widely bigger, like many multiples bigger than your investment, so that you could actually sell if you want to sell. All right, so liquidity is what you want to look for also. But remember that Bitcoin is the largest market cap. It's the most sought after, and so in my opinion, having Bitcoin is going to be your safest investment. However, the opportunity for making more dramatic returns on your investment are not as good with Bitcoin, right? So this means that you may be able to like, just for an example, you may be able to 20x your money on Bitcoin, but another coin like Ethereum might 25x, and another coin like Cardano could 40x. and those investments might earn you more, but they're not as secure as Bitcoin, and that's the trade-off with investing. Okay, now you could even go to some of the top 15 coins, maybe even the top 20. We'll take a look at those, and you can like peruse these and find coins. There's like some good solid coins in here that are great projects. Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV, these are projects that I just don't trust or have any faith in at all. They probably will make you money if you invested in them, but they're really just taking up two spots that they really shouldn't, in my opinion anyway. So when we're looking at a coin, the first thing we want to do is we want to ask, what does it do? Okay, we do not need any more coins that simply transact. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Monero, all these coins do that already. Okay, and almost all the coins that exist do that already. We don't need any more of those. And with those, 5-6 coins I just mentioned, that's it. We don't need no more. They do a great job. Okay, they cover all the bases there. So having a coin, like if you're finding out about a coin and you're realizing that this coin primarily just transacts, probably not going to be a long-term play, to be honest with you, in my opinion anyway. But if we look at a coin like VeChain, which VeChain is down here number 20 on the list today, it's at 0.014 cents, and look at its chart here. It's actually had a nice little run. Let's go to VeChain. Okay, VeChain, if we scroll down over here to the all-time high is what we're looking for. I just want to see what the all-time high is, right? And the all-time high is 0.019775 USD, right? So almost 2 cents, which is like, we're really close to that right now. VeChain is at 0.014 cents. Okay, it's pretty good. We're almost there. We're not really buying on the super low compared to its all-time high anyway. When did it hit its all-time high? In September of 2018, which is actually, man, it's pretty good. It wasn't the 2017 bull run, and it did 2 cents, which is not bad. All right, let's go to the website. Okay, actually, I'm gonna hit over here. So this is CoinMarketCap.com. Sorry, I should have explained this. This is CoinMarketCap.com. You have your market cap, which is 818 million USD. It does $707 million in 24-hour volume. This has to be skewed by its recent price run up. It's got a circulating supply of 55 billion. It has a total supply of 86 billion. Let's keep going. It gives you a lot of this stuff, a lot of that same info here, but then it has an all-time high and it also has an all-time low. So it's all-time low, March 13th, 2020. Man, imagine buying VeChain at 0.0016 cents. Oh. Let's just do some calculations here, okay? Let's just check this out. Okay, so let's say $1,000 divided by 0.001618 cents, we get 618,000 VeChain times 0.0. Let's just do today's price, 1.4. Your $1,000 turned into $8,600. It's a 8.6x on your money. Not bad, okay? And we're at the beginning of a run here. So let's look at some more stuff. This is okay to look at. Sometimes you can look at charts. Sometimes you can look at charts, early on. Sometimes you can look at it later, and it's up to you. Some people only look at charts. They only care about charts, and it's not something that you have to look at per se if you're looking long term. You really just want to make sure that you are buying it at a good price. Like that's really what you're trying to do when you're looking at charts. But if you're making like short-term plays, then you want to see where the momentum is swinging at and all that. But it is something you should look at. Look at charts, okay? Don't not look at the chart. Okay, so we're gonna go to the website, which is right here on this link right here by CoinMarketCap. You go to the website, and Great. They got a video. They got a VeChain has a video. That's awesome. Let's play it. I'm already really not liking this.
We are controlled by the few, the powerful, and the greedy. We should be free. Free to choose, to trade, to create. It is time for a new world. A world founded on safety and security. A world where everything you do creates power. Power for all. And you will decide the shape of this world. The power to change the future is in your hands. VeChain.
Yeah, I'm not really into the theatrics, okay? That's not a green flag for me. That's a red flag. I don't really like theatrics. They should have just gave me a video that told me what it's doing. Yeah, don't know why they did that. That was dumb, if you ask me. And then they have these like little flow charts. That was a prime opportunity to get me super interested and like sold. Like they could have used this opportunity to just really tell me exactly what we're doing and why and how I can get in on it. But they did not. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to do this whole flowchart thing. These are like so vague and you know, and they're just not good at relaying information. Let's look down here at the steering committee. We got a few people in here. These are some people you should look up. But I know that Sunny Liu is the real guy. He's the co-founder. He's the real guy on this thing. And you know, it's good to look at some of the stuff he did. All right, Louis Vuitton China, 5 years. It's IT manager, IT infrastructure for 3M China. Cool. MC of something. All right, you know, looks like you might be legit. That's cool. And you would do the same thing with all these other people. Let's look at this guy, Renato. Oh, come on, man. Let me access this guy, man. All right, anyway. Won't let you do it unless you got a LinkedIn account. I just don't feel like signing in. Anyway, so what is this about? We still don't know. We spent a minute and a half watching a video. We scrolled up and down the site, looked at some people. This is poor, very poor site structure. This is a waste of much opportunity to pull me in to the VeChain ecosystem. All right, so let's look at the white paper. VeChain's vision, white paper 2.0. Okay, here, let's just read. Let's read the first paragraph, huh? Let's have fun with that. I want you to walk with me real quick. VeChain believes that blockchain technology is one of the foundations for the next generation of information technology, alongside emerging technologies such as AR, VR, AI, IoT, and 5G, and more. With the technology's immutable and tamper-proof characteristics, blockchain as an infrastructure technology is uniquely positioned to enable unprecedented value and data transfer among a wide set of users in a trustless manner, boosting the efficiency and authenticity of information transfer itself. All right, look. This is like this is Silicon Valley jargon, okay? You go to Silicon Valley, I've done a ton of work in Silicon Valley. You know, I've been at conferences where they just talk like this all day. This is just jargon. It doesn't really say much. Here, I'll prove it to you. let's go to this thing. Very few applications for the traditional business or world are created in this phase, much less affecting and improving business use cases and activities. Blockchain platforms that focus on use cases such as traceability, anti-counterfeiting, food safety, intellectual property management, product lifecycle management, and all kinds of data provenance categories are rarely to be seen. Initial blockchain applications in this stage are primarily motivated by technology enthusiasts, and business applications are mostly in the proof of concept stages by enterprise technical and R&D divisions to better understand the technology. Actually, that paragraph was not so bad. That wasn't just full of just key phrases and stuff like that. All right, let's go to the use cases. Which look, I'm only doing this because I already went through this this white paper. Yeah, we could skip over all this stuff. We'll go to the use cases. Okay. It's going to be some more jargon. A new technology will only thrive and achieve mass adoption if it can add value to businesses and make the world a better place. Like stuff like that, make the world a better place. Like, all right, come on, man. We have seen so much discussions on the technical level about the blockchain technology. However, blockchain is one of infrastructure protocols which is most of the time invisible to ordinary people. Similar to the internet, although it is being used everywhere and impacting people's daily lives, most people do not need to understand how the underlying products work, such as TCP, IP. As the blockchain industry is moving from technical consensus to business consensus stage, questions asked by enterprises are tougher, more granular, more grounded, and more pragmatic. Man, I'm just trying to find out what you do, right? I'm literally just trying to find out what you do. Okay, so here is the use case. Problem. The food sector is crippled with supply chain inefficiencies, frauds, and scandals. Most of the issues affecting the food industry stem from the inherent lack of trust and transparency within the supply chain. Our food system today fails to meet the transparency and assurance demanded by many customers. The World Health Organization, who reports that almost 1 in 10 people in the world fall ill after eating contaminated food. Furthermore, foodborne diseases mainly affect the health of infants, young children, the elderly, and the sick, costing the global food industry an estimated $40 billion US dollars each year. Food fraud continues to rise among consumers and the industry. In the food safety incidents, the sellers are bearing a significant reputational risk because of the fragmented data and systems on the supply chain, making it difficult to establish the accountability. Solution. VeChain's provenance solution for food and beverage allows for participants on the supply chain to collaborate on a transparent and trusted data platform. By scanning the QR code on desired products, consumers can acquire detailed information secured by the blockchain, including the source and ingredients of the project, geographic location, logistics information, an inspection report, even temperature data, and the data is timestamped and cryptographically signed by the party who produced the data. Dude, if they just took all this and moved it up to the first page, that would be great. That would be awesome. Case study. 3 Italian winemakers, Ricci, Curbastro, Rufino, and Torrevento, were the first to implement My Story, a blockchain-powered digital assurance solution. They are now ready to share the characteristics of their wines traced from the farming and winemaking to packaging and distribution. Consumers have access to all the facts, including using their smart device to scan the QR code on the bottle. In the connected consumer DApp, decentralized application, they can instantly browse product facts, the wine's timeline, and locations from grape to store for every bottle. The stories shared with customers range from features related to how the wine was produced to recommendations as to how the wine is best consumed, all shared in an instantly accessible, consumer-friendly way. Whew. Basically, in layman's terms, you can track the ingredients put into a product, where a product originated from, where it passed through, by date and all sorts of other data, by having these facilities and checkpoints scan these products into a blockchain database, and then you'd be able to access that on an app. So you pick up the wine bottle, QR scan the code on on the wine bottle, and it pulls up all that information, and you'd apply this to wine or food or whatever you want it to apply to. Look, that sounds like a great product. That sounds like a great use of the blockchain, and it's definitely not just transacting. Not sure how the coins are being used. Would love to see how they're being used. Economic model overview section. VeChain Thor blockchain economic model that governs the VThor token generation from VeChain tokens and estimation of market demand and supply, and VeThor price modeling principles. In summary, VeThor is generated via holding VET with velocity, which is established to allow any user with VET to make transactions at no extra cost if the user holds the tokens for long enough. Also, I think it uses a what do you call it? A staking algorithm to verify the inputs on the transactions, I think. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so if you can't find if you don't know who the founder is, go on Google and type in who is the founder of VeChain. It'll pull it up. You know, pull up who is Sunny Lu, crypto up close, and you know, gives you some information on who he is. Would love to get, you know, a third-party unbiased version of who this person is, but that's part of your research, is going and finding out who these people are. All right, now we go to Twitter, type in hashtag VeChain onto here to pull up what you know, what people are saying about it, because that's really important, right? You could have all this stuff on paper, you know, you could even look good financially on CoinMarketCap.com, but what are people saying about it? And if you have the right marketing, if you have the right community, if you have the right experts discussing your coin, it's probably going to do well. The moment that we really don't hear much being said about a project, it's probably flopping. Okay, so you know, it's a high likelihood. So VeChain is now June 28th. VeChain is now the 5th most used blockchain in the world, just behind Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Binance Coin. It is the only project of the top 5 without a multi-billion-dollar market cap. Wow, that is true. Does VeChain pump have anything to do with Coinbase rumors? Oh, are they ending up on Coinbase? We click it, open this thread. If you have doubts, just take a look at huge buy and sell walls on Binance. The world realizes its potential and are buying. VeChain use cases are literally going to be used in so many aspects of everyday life. It may be bigger than we can imagine. Strap in, folks. Currently, the TA is good, but I think the fundamentals outweighs the market technicals. We need fair value in comparison to the rest of the market. I think that is the reason we pump now. Okay, well, all right. So you would do this. You would just read. Man, honestly, you could just read what people are saying about it. You're gonna get a ton of what do you call it? You're gonna get a ton of news. You're gonna get a lot of different opinions. Be careful. Not all of it is true, but they can at least point you in the right direction to look. The global market for pharmaceuticals in 2019 was $1.25 trillion. Imagine what happens to VeChain price when this entire industry moves all their products to VeChain's blockchain-based traceability platform, and that's just one industry. VeChain to develop drug trafficking platform for pharma giant Bayer. It's huge news. That's huge news. All right, so, you know, looking like the news is good. Let's see what people are saying about it. I'm not going to... First of all, you should try to look for reputable people who are talking about something, but 10 hours ago, 6 hours ago, 1 day ago, 6 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 14 hours ago, 3 days ago, 1 day ago, looks like people are really talking about VeChain. Looks like people are having a lot to say about it. 13 hours ago, 1 day ago, 9 hours ago. This is you know, a good indicator that there's just a lot of attention on this. You know, don't fall for all this. This will make us rich. Sleeper coin for July. Huge gains ahead. You know, can you make $1 million with VeChain? Don't necessarily listen to that. Take a look at it. You know, this guy, 14,000% ROI with this coin. Nobody knows all that. Okay, nobody knows all that. So take that with a grain of salt. Don't just go for it right off the bat. Okay, then, you know, look at the chart. Oh, sorry, I got some alerts going. So look at the chart. These charts are just going to tell you like what's happening right now on the 11-minute chart. Looks like VeChain is having a pullback. On the 343-minute chart, it looks like it's tapering off. We may see some sideways action here. May go up, may go down, right? And that's literally all the possibilities that could happen with crypto. And actually, all those possibilities are always on the table at all times. So, look, you know, if you want to buy some some coins or whatever you want to buy, go to CoinMarketCap to see where it's located. Okay, and here I'll show you. So if we go back and back and back and back, sorry, let me just go to here. Like let's say Stellar, right? Click Stellar. We can go to the market pairs, and you can see what people are trading with what's it called, Stellar on, right? What they're using to trade on. So you know, you could go from US dollars to Stellar, to Stellar, or you can go from Binance coin to Stellar. You can go to or actually you could see what the XLM and USD is being sold on Binance. BTC and XLM, as far as a trading pair, is being sold on Binance, and this will also give you a lot of the markets that you can find XLM in, you know, Kraken, ZB Coin, BTC Turk, BitZ, BitKex. There's just a bunch of places, you know. Look at all these markets, just a hell of markets. So yeah, you would go there, you'd find a market. I really would only work with two markets, literally, okay? But yeah, you work with those markets, and then you go find your coin on there. If it's located on a reputable exchange, it's a good sign. Okay? If it's not on a reputable exchange, there's two things that are happening. Either you're getting in super early on price, or it's not worth being put on a reputable exchange, and that's why it's not on there. So, you know, that's a brief look into how to look at a coin, to choose to buy a coin. By all means, follow all the rabbit holes until you are sufficiently informed before you put any money in. Take the time to understand it. You know, reading white papers, navigating sites, all that, it takes time. Even just understanding what is this coin doing, it takes time, okay? And you should take the time to watch your money. You know, but yeah, that's all that I got. I hope all that is well. I hope all is well. Until next time, I hope this was helpful, and see you around. Peace.